This is Francine, and I'm back again because I have something to say. Sometimes you got to be very, very careful because it's something that I heard, it's not something that I've seen. A lady, an older lady, was in a supermarket and she was picking up some grocery. Then she see a young man and she said to the young man, "Oh, you look just like my grandson. I lost my grandson. I guess he died or, he died." She said, "I lost my grandson and you look just like my grandson." And he said, "Oh yeah?" And she said to him, "Do you mind calling me grandma?" He find that was very strange. This lady want him to call her grandma. So he probably figured, she was mourning and he play along with her. So while they were in the store, two of them were shopping down the same aisle. And she said, "I love you like you were my own son." And he said, you look so much like my grandson, so make sure you call me grandma." So while they were there talking, she was like, "Grandson, could you reach and pick me this thing off the shelf? Like there's something on the shelf that was too high." And she wanted her grandson to reach, which is that, that's not her grandson. She wanted him to help her to reach for the thing. So she said it out loud, "Grandson, could you help me?" And the guy come over and help her. And he said, "You look so handsome." He said, "Thank you, grandma." She said to him, "I want you to always call me grandma now." Now that the time they were there checking out, and the lady was in front of her so-called grandson, and she was in the front, he was in the back, and they were there talking and laughing, and he was saying, "Grandma, you are so funny." He said, I know, grandson, I know." And when the time come for them to cash out, the lady cashed her food out first. And she was up there talking to the cashier, and she said, "That's my grandson behind me." And she waved at the guy, and the guy waved back at her. And he said, "Grandson, you all right?" I said, "I'm all right, grandma." So after the lady cashed her food out, she began to walk to the door, and she turned around and she said, "Grandson, thank you very much, grandson." And he said, "You're welcome, grandma." By this time now, the lady already cashed out and she left the store. When the guy reached the cash register, checking out. The cashier said, "That be $250. The guy said, $250? What I got here is around $50. He said, "Well, your grandma just charged $200 to you. She said that you say that you pay for it. And I see when she said, 'Thank you, grandma,' and you said, 'You're welcome.'" And the lady leaves. So he telling the cash register, "I don't know this lady. I met her in the store. I don't know this lady." And the cashier said, "Well, I hear you calling her grandma and she calling your grandson, but you have to pay the bills." Because she said that you agreed to pay the bills when she telling you thank you and you said, "You're welcome, grandma." She said, "Thank you, grandson." And then he said, "You're welcome, grandma." So they thought that was like a contract between the two of them, like he's supposed to pay her bills. So when they call the manager of the store come, they tell him he got to pay the bills. So he paid the bills, but he learned he learned something serious because he was telling the girl, "I met the lady in the store. I don't know this lady." She said, "Why did you call her grandma? Why is she calling you grandson?" He said, "She told me to." She said, you do everything that everyone tell you to do?" So the moral of the story is, all people are scammers too. That was a younger guy, and this lady scammed him. She come grocery shopping and she had no intention of paying for the grocery. But she befriended the guy, and he felt sorry for her that she lost her grandson and end up sticking with $200 that he have to pay, that he didn't buy nothing. So you have to be careful. You can't trust anybody. Or I should say, you can't trust everybody. Because the one you think that won't scam you is the one who will scam you. Like they have a saying that said, "It's not everyone you see that wear tattoo is a criminal. It's the one that don't wear tattoo sometimes is a criminal." Sometimes people thinking because you have tattoo on you is a criminal, and the one that don't wear it is not a criminal. But back to the story, I'm trying to make a point there. Just because this lady is old, don't think she's not a scammer. Now, if it was a younger person say that to him, he would think the younger person is a scammer, which the younger person may be a scammer too. So you got to be careful who you trust. You can't just go and trust in everyone. And this is a sad story because it's not funny. It is just sad that people can do that to people. And this was an older woman. Yeah, I'm going to end this video right now, and have a wonderful day and bless. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my video. And I love you all, my subscribers. And even the ones that's not my subscriber, I love you too. Thank you. Bye-bye.